Here are 10 things you need to be aware of before jumping into GMRS. Let's get started. GMRS is a very popular personal radio service, as the FCC calls it. The number of licensed GMRS operators has exploded over the past couple of years. GMRS radios can be had for very little money from a variety of suppliers. For those who want to spend a bit more, higher priced and one would assume higher quality radios are also available. I've been doing reviews and how-tos on GMRS topics for a couple of years now and have come up with a list of 10 things that tend to surprise new GMRS operators. Before ordering your new GMRS radio and getting your FCC operator's license, here are some things you'll want to be aware of. Number 1, GMRS is not a hobby. It's a tool to help you enjoy some other hobby or activity. GMRS radios are great tools to help enhance your enjoyment of other activities. GMRS is a popular tool for those who enjoy overlanding, four-wheeling, hunting, hiking, and camping. Since GMRS radios can be used for business purposes, it's also a great tool for those with small family businesses or farms. Being able to have a one-to-many communications link makes GMRS radios an effective tool even when you have cell phone coverage. Number 2, GMRS is not ham radio light. Ham radio exists for an entirely different purpose. That difference is why hams have to pass a test to get a license and why there are 3 different levels of ham licenses that each carry with them additional privileges such as additional frequency bands based on the operator's license class. If your primary goal is to talk to other radio enthusiasts, both close by and around the world, you should be looking at getting a ham license. Even the lowest class technician ham license can have you talking to folks worldwide with a digital mode radio. Number 3. Related to both number 1 and number 2 is that in most places there are not a bunch of people on the radio wanting to chat with strangers. You'll want to have a pre-planned group of folks to talk to. This can be the members of your off-roading club, your hunting buddies, family, neighborhood watch, and so on. There is a greater chance of finding folks to chit-chat with some large metropolitan areas, but otherwise, not so much. In much of the U.S., there are few GMRS users, and those users have their radios turned off unless they are participating in some specific activity. Number 4. GMRS range is normally 1.5 to 2 miles. Except in some specific situations, don't expect to go much beyond that range. Repeaters can extend that range, but simplex or one-to-one communications is over a fairly short distance. Number 5. Geography and topography are the biggest factors when determining range. GMRS radios work in the 462 to 467 megahertz frequency range. These signals are line of sight, meaning they go out from your radio in a straight line. Trees, buildings, hills, and other obstructions play a big part in determining how far your signal can go, not to mention the curvature of the Earth. In the ham radio world, similar radios can reach all the way up to orbiting satellites. So it's not like the signal can't go that far. It's just that point-to-point communications on the Earth, something's likely to get in the signal's way. I have a new book on Amazon. If you're thinking about getting into GMRS radio or have recently gotten your GMRS license and are feeling a bit overwhelmed, The New Operator's Guide to GMRS will be a great resource as you get started. I'll leave a link in the description below. Now, back to our list. Number 6. More power and better antennas do little to increase range. As mentioned in number 5, obstructions limit range, and more power or a better antenna won't cause the signal to penetrate buildings or go through hills. Where more power and better antennas can make a difference is if you're able to use a higher power radio and mount a better antenna on your house or a mast of some kind. An antenna's higher elevation might mean your signal will go over hills or buildings, causing it to be received further away. Number 7. Within the budget class radio category, most radios are pretty much the same. When you're using a radio in the $20 to $40 price range, the big difference is the case's style and perhaps the number of user-programmable channels the radio has. I often see folks on various online groups or those who have commented on my videos ask which radio is better and then list 2 or 3 budget class radios. In nearly all those cases, those radios' performances will be very, very similar. Among radios in the budget class, compare things like channel counts, receive capability, NOAA weather, and so on, and then pick the one whose style you like. Check out the Gadget Talk channel video list for one called GMRS HT Shootout to see how similar radios really are. Number 8. Higher priced radios can be assumed to have better internal components. Theoretically, those radios should have better performance. Most folks, however, won't be able to see or hear any difference between higher priced radios and budget class radios without connecting them to test equipment. In day-to-day operations, they all sound pretty much the same when you factor in ambient noise and other environmental factors. You need to consider whether getting a $150 radio that may last a bit longer due to better construction and components means more to you than using the same $150 to buy 5 budget class radios. Personal economic decisions are just that, personal. Make the choice that makes you happy. Number 9. The FCC's licensing website is a pain to use. While you can eventually work your way through the process, be prepared to be frustrated. Getting through the process involves a couple of related but independent steps. First, you need to get an FRN or FCC registration number. That's basically getting your FCC account set up. Next, you have to fill out the license application form. Last, you have to go to the payment site and pay the fee. There are undoubtedly a number of important factors that impact the FCC's website. Being user-friendly, however, doesn't appear to be one of them. And last, number 10. Getting your license doesn't make you a wimp or a government fanboy of some type. There is a certain faction within the GMRS world that seems to think they get some sort of bad boy persona if they don't get a license and then brag about it in online groups. While the chance of being caught without a license is pretty slim, my thought is you have to ask yourself, is my personal integrity worth the $3.50 per year the license cost? Just saying. So, there you have it. 10 things I think you need to be aware of when deciding to jump into GMRS. Feel free to leave a respectful comment about where you think I'm wrong or about other items you think deserve to be on the list. Hey, if you found this video helpful, please click the thumbs up button below the video and subscribe to the Gadget Talk channel. There's a join button below the video where you can learn more about becoming a channel member, and a thanks button where you can make a one-time contribution that helps support the channel. I really appreciate it. Join me over here where I've got a couple of other videos especially made for folks who are looking into getting into GMRS. I think you'll find them very helpful as you learn more about GMRS radios. Thanks for watching.